Welcome back. In your video today, we're going to be gaining insights for Lilith in Gemini or Lilith in the third house. We have a lot to cover. So go ahead and put your headphones in and put your phone down, and let's discuss this placement or transit. So first, let's jump into what Lilith is all about. So Lilith in general, in ancient mythology, Lilith was known to be Adam's first wife, and it was not Eve. Lilith didn't want to be overpowered. She didn't want to be overruled. She didn't want to be submissive. So God went on to make Eve to be a more suitable mate for Adam. So in ancient mythology, it was said that Lilith was out and about out in the world being possessed by demons, being possessed by the devils, and having sex with demons. Okay, so when you think about Lilith, it really does have to deal with your bro-ish sexual nature, but it also has to deal with you feeling liberated, going against the grain, breaking the rules, not conforming to something or someone, okay? So, yes, when you speak about Lilith, it has to deal with your more devilish, devious acts. So Lilith is actually your darker moon to your regular moon in your natal birth chart. So say, for example, you have moon in Aquarius. Okay, your Lilith placement, you would have to look for that in the chart. It's there. And then you would see what sign and what house it is in. Okay, so let's move on into the third house. We already know that the third house is originally ruled by Gemini. So the third house has to deal with communications, networking with people, socializing with people, your neighbors. Okay, it does have to deal with writing, early childhood education, languages. But now the third house also has to deal with your mind, your intellect, the way that you process information. Okay, so we're going to jump into this today. So this placement encourages people to see enemies in their next of kin and neighbors, suspecting them in advance of malicious intent, and also complicates their school years. So right off the rip, these people, okay, see something deceptive, see something distrustful in the people that are around them. Family members, neighbors, people they go to school with. And when I mean neighbors, I mean people in their community. It doesn't have to be their exact neighbor that lives next door to them, but it damn sure could be. Okay, so they're already looking and peeping out the scenery for malicious intent. Any kind of wrongdoing, if somebody's up to something, if somebody's trying to be deceptive. Okay, this is what they're looking out for. So these women and men resist the bullying and ridicule of classmates, or themselves. Themselves become the leader of a bad company that terrorizes the school. Okay, so these are the type of people that are going to not want to be bullied. Okay, no, you're not going to be able to just push them around and things like that. Now, if you did push them around, they're probably going to start pushing your ass around. This is how it's going to go. But they are resisting that when it comes to being a leader. These people could have been a leader of a gang, a leader of a crew, a leader of a clique. Okay, in school, they could have been the people that was calling the shots and being shot callers. The person that they run to and the person that they go to would be the Lilith and the third house people for some reason. Okay, so strength test begins closer to 9 years and are repeated in adulthood after the same time. So the things that they go through when they are children will also be repeated when they are adults. Friends or older teachers appear rebuilding these individuals against brothers and sisters, classmates, perhaps teach to steal and weave intrigues. Okay, so let's just break this little section down because it did sound a little crazy right there. Okay, but what this is actually saying is that these individuals, brothers, sisters, classmates, okay, could be the very area that they have difficulties in, okay? They're learning how to do these bonds with people. We know the third house has to deal with siblings, and it does have to deal with early childhood learning and things that have to deal with childhood learning, teachers, and things of that nature. So these people are actually trying to figure out what these people are up to. Okay, They're not being trusting towards these people when a lot of times most people should be. Okay, you should be able to trust your brother. You should be able to trust your friends. Maybe not all your damn classmates, but you should be able to trust some of these people on this page that I'm speaking about. So if these owners of Lilith and the third house cannot resist the temptation, then they will face accidents, injuries, and also betrayal when it comes to this sector. Okay, keep that in mind when it comes to the sector of the third house, let alone being in here. Okay, accidents. So yes, these people can have broken bones, fall, get in a car accident, have a fight and get stabbed, have a fight and get shot. Okay, they're trying to stab somebody and they stabbed their damn self. They're trying to shoot somebody. They shot their damn self. Okay, just giving you some scenarios, but also betrayal. Okay, people not being honest to them. People not keeping it real with them. People not keeping 100 with them. People not keeping it a buck. Okay, this is going to be something else. Also, these people could have had some type of surgery done to them. Okay, due to their accidents. Okay, this is the type of person that maybe they was riding a bike. Okay, they fell off the bike. They broke their arm. They broke their wrist. They twisted their ankle. Okay, but maybe even broke it where it needs to be popped back in by the doctor. See what I'm saying? So Lilith in the third house awakens early interest in sex, which is reflected in the defiant behavior of the students. So these people could have been sexually active at a very, very early age in their life. Okay. They could have watched pornos. Okay, could have been flirts and things like that. But definitely could have been sexually active to probably even age 11. Maybe for some people it might even be 9. Okay, a very early age these people will think about sex and also have sex. So they begin to talk loudly about sex. Draw dirty drawings and sketches, okay? So these are going to be the graphic kind of people. These will definitely be the type of people that when you're in school and they're having sex, maybe you're not having sex, okay? And they're talking about how it is, how it's done, how many times they did it in one day, okay? And the other kids are probably looking like, damn, how could you do it 5 times in one day? Like, we're only 15, we're only 14 and things like that. But these people could be very, very graphic, sketches, drawing sketches and things like that, having vivid imagination when it comes to the actual act, these people. And they're not afraid to speak up and speak out about the topic. So the things that people would not normally discuss when it comes to taboo and things like that, these people will discuss it. So language is the source of destruction. Such people do not think they are speaking. So these people have a way with language. Lilith is very potent in the sign of Gemini. And today we are speaking about Lilith in the third house, which Gemini does rule over the third house originally. Okay, traditionally this is what it is. So when you think about that, these people, they definitely know how to speak, know how to word things, and they're very strategic. So yes, they could be con artists, and yes, they could be tricksters, okay, because they're very persuasive. When they are speaking, they could get people to do things that they would not have normally have done. Okay, so their language, like they said, is destructive. Their words are powerful. Their words can hurt. They can hurt you to the motherfucking core. And this is what's going on with this placement. So people that have this or know somebody with it, if you have it, you need to take some time to regroup. Think about what you're about to say to somebody before you say it out your mouth, because these people do speak life and death into circumstances and situation. So when the planet is defeated, they slander and receive gossip and response, destroying the reputation. So in the soul of the Lilith in the third house individuals, there is a dream of a friendly family and a company of friends, but not knowing how to get it. In reality, they follow the path of less resistance. condemning those who are lucky enough to have them. It was these people who in 1937 wrote false doctrines and anonymous letters destroying the lives of innocent people and then went to jail for them according to the Boomerang Law. Okay, what's going on here is that these people actually look out for the worst out of people. The worst out of their classmates, the worst out of their friends, the worst out of their neighbors, the worst out of people in their hood. They look towards this. They are people now hidden motives and hidden agendas. But what's going on here also is that these people can be that same damn way. Okay, so now sometimes when you're looking at things and you say, well, this person, I can't trust them. These can be the type of people that don't really trust themselves. And it makes it very difficult for them to trust other people because they know what they would do if they was in that situation. If they was in that circumstance, they know what they would have done. And they find it hard to believe that you would not do the goddamn same. So they're not going to trust you automatically, or they feel like you're up to something. Okay, people with this also. Let's say you have a friend that's helping you. You have a friend that's there for you. Lilith and the third house people. You have a friend that's there for you, cares for you, looking out for you, wants to see the best for you. Okay, in the beginning, these people may think that is exactly what it is. And over a course of time, these people will start feeling like it's more to this. This is too good to be true. What are they really up to? Are they trying to sabotage me? Are you trying to hinder me? Are you trying to stop my growth? Are you trying to? They'll start doing these things. This is what they do. This is what the hell they do. So this is the desire. To improve intelligence and horn public speaking is seen with this placement. So these people are here to broaden their horizons, open up their minds to different ways of thinking. Also be that full force when it comes to public speaking, speaking out, speaking to people and learning how to conquer that and not have a fear behind it. So inability to build relationships with others, arrogance and ridicule, or impressive, helpful, and fear of losing friends by not agreeing with them. Okay, so these can be the type of people that go along with a plan for quite some time. Okay, like I said, they're very crafty. So they could definitely appear like they're down for the shit you're talking about. Or if you're having a conversation and you're talking about purchasing something, okay, let's say that you're trying to get a place. So you're talking about places. These people will be like, maybe, oh yeah, I want to get a place like that. Too, I want to get a place over there too. And they probably don't even have a damn sort in their mind to even get the place where it's at and do any of those kind of things. But they are doing these things, okay, for the sake of friends and to have friends. Okay, they feel like they have to be the yes man at times. Now, this is not going to be for everybody that has Lilith in the third house, but it definitely is going to be for a lot of people that do this particular section. So talkativeness and being promiscuous in connections, scrolling negative thoughts. Okay, so these people can be promiscuous, which we already know that already, because remember that they were speaking about how these people will probably want to have sex at an early ass age. Okay, whatever they're seeing on TVs and things like that. And listen, I know we live in a new age and everything where everything is on the TV. Okay, but if this was an old school age where these things are not that vivid on TV, okay, these people could have had magazines that they're looking at, caught their parents having sex, seeing people humping and shit like that and wanting to hump too. This is what goes on. Okay, so now unknowingly, introduce the evil eye if they wish bad or get angry the person starts to get into trouble. These people can get into trouble, can even be considered troublemakers. Okay, they can create their own drama around their world and chaos around their world. And they're doing it because they're not willing to trust people, okay? Not willing to do it. They don't want to do it. They want to do it. But they don't know how to damn do it. When people do something nice for you, okay, You don't have to always look a little deeper into why they're doing something nice for you. And it could be this, and they're doing this because they're trying to do that. It doesn't have to be that, okay? These people can definitely do that. This is the type of person, okay? Let's say you're moving. Okay, let's say you're moving into your new apartment and you're friends with somebody. Your friend is going to help you. Okay, probably ride by, see a house, see an apartment, see this, see that, and shoot you the numbers. These people could get mad that you're shooting them numbers and stuff. What the hell is she shooting me numbers for? Why she keep sending this to my email? Why she keep sending me text talking about apartments? You don't want me to be at your house. You don't want me to stay at your house no more. You don't want me to do this. Like, they'll start thinking something that's not even the case. Okay, so what they're saying they want to do to other people sometimes is not exactly what they want to do. They're just saying the shit because it's anything for conversation for them. So they just agree with shit sometimes. They'll disagree with you too. But a lot of times they'll agree with certain shit just to get the conversation going. And their minds can change. So they can definitely have problems with their brothers and sisters. People with this placement. I do know that usually certain placements that fall into the third house, it really does speak about the brothers and the sisters because it speaks about the siblings. Okay, these people probably definitely do seek out wanting to have good relationships with their brothers and sisters and find it hard for it to be that way at some point in their life. This can be early on in life, the middle of life, the end of life. Okay, and it doesn't have to be all your brothers and it doesn't have to be all your sisters, but you can have some issues with one of them. Maybe it's hard to communicate with them. Be there for them. Maybe it's a constant battle with you guys. Okay, competing. Maybe this person can be the type of person that's not really reliable. Okay, maybe they promise more than what they can deliver. Okay, and this can hurt your brothers and sisters. But your brothers and sisters can also be envious of you as well. Okay, mad because you're coming up. Mad because of this, because of that. Now, don't get it twisted. Like I said before, these people want to look out for people to do them dirty. And they really can't trust people. But they're also looking to be able to trust you. But they have to change their mind thought and their mind frame. Okay, so on trips, when it comes to trips, these can be the type of people where trips are being delayed when you're going on a plane. Okay? There's little issues and things like that have to be rectified before you get on a plane. Breakdowns can definitely happen in a car, on a bus, and things like that. And even possible accidents can even occur with this placement. So be cautious, be alert, and be aware. So Lilith in a man's chart may show a tendency to be jealous and manipulative, okay? When it comes to partners, constant temptation to betrayal, nervous, and conflicting relationships, despite the brightness and unsureness. I don't even know what that is. I don't know. The brightness and. I don't know what I put. I think I put unusualness. I think that's what that is. Unusualness of sexual life. Okay, so backing it up. Men that have Lilith in the third house. Okay, this can show a man that is a jealous man. A man that's very crafty, strategic, and also can find ways to utilize people. Okay, so you say utilize people. People, okay, they know how to take an opportunity when they see it, okay, the opportunist. And on top of being opportunists, they can be users, they can be liars, some may even be abusers. Okay, now everybody with this may not be abusive physically, but these people can be abusive mentally, they can be abusive verbally to somebody. Okay, now also in men's charts with this placement, this could be the type of man that seeks out variety in a relationship. Okay, he could find it hard to just commit to just one person, okay? He can have many wives if he's gay. He can have many husbands. Okay, and things like that. Or A lot of people that he constantly and consistently talks to just for mental stimulation, but also sexual pleasures. So yes, this can be a placement where you can see men that are bisexual, also men that are gay. So these men are quick-tempered, rude to relatives, and uses them for his own purposes and his own benefits. Okay, so going back to utilizing, okay, and being very manipulative. These can be the type of people, type of men, that they'll do just enough in a relationship because they know that their woman is just going to do everything else, and all they have to do is this one little tiny thing. And here you go, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. So this is the type of man that probably give you money for groceries for the house, give you money for groceries, take you out, once in a blue, and the woman could be the sole provider though. Like, make sure that everything in the house is together. See what I'm saying? She's paying the bills. She's making sure everything's clean. She's making sure this. She's making sure that. May even buy him clothes and things like that. This can also happen. Oh, don't get it twisted. This could happen. So now in a woman's chart, Lilith in the third house may indicate a bitchy-ass woman. Okay, someone that's very off the hook and may even be a little crazy. Most often, the black moon in the third house can also indicate a woman's chart, also indicate that this woman has a stubborn but a very sharp tongue, okay? And also in a woman's chart, this can also indicate that she may even be bisexual, okay? Or even gay herself. And if it's not that it's gay or bisexual, they can have multiple partners. Finding themselves not being satisfied in a relationship is something that could go on and take place, okay? So this woman can also be very selfish, very stubborn, having a sharp tongue. She could find herself being very much dissatisfied in relationships. She could be unhappy. She can be deceptive, but she could also be deceived in love as well. Okay, so this woman actually is seeking out loyalty. She wants loyalty. May find it hard to be as loyal for what she's looking for, but she is seeking out loyalty. Okay, but she is considered being this, bitch kind of person, a bitchy woman. Okay, a woman that knows it all. A woman that's persuasive, very convincing, and she could also be manipulative as well. Okay, but for the most part, it can be hard to change her mind. Okay, very hard to change her mind once her mind is set to a thing. All right, that's all I have. Please leave a comment if anything resonates with you, and be sure to watch the next video to gain more insight on other transits and placements. I want to thank you for watching.